Hello everyone. Today we're going to be working on a 2021 Kia K5. I'm going to be changing out the front door speakers. I apologize for any background noise. I'm working outside in the driveway today. This procedure should be the same for all 2021 Kia K5s. This happens to be a GT line. And like I said, we're just going to be replacing the front door speakers. I searched online, couldn't find a video or any information. I actually went to Crutchfield for all of my parts, and they have yet to have instructions on this vehicle. So I thought I would just make a video and help everybody out and show everybody how I got this door panel off. It's actually fairly simple. The tools you're going to need would be a cat claw such as this, little trim panel removal tool. I like to use these plastic ones. They're non-marring. They won't scratch the inside of your door panel. And then for some of the more stubborn ones, you've got this trim panel removal tool. This one I got at Harbor Freight. We're going to be using a pair of Kenwood 6.5-inch speakers, and the Crutchfield includes all of the necessary installation brackets and wiring that you're going to need. You'll also need a Phillips screwdriver. I happen to use just this little 4.5 volt electric screwdriver. It works pretty well. There's only one screw in this door panel, and it is right down here, right in there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And if you can't get to it, which I can't with this, then just get a long, regular Phillips screwdriver. And like this should work perfectly. Difficult to get to. You really got to get down in there and look at it. And then just set all your hardware aside somewhere where you won't lose it. And then the only thing holding this door panel on, there's a bunch of door clips all along the bottom and side here, and then once you get those clips undone, you just lift up on the door panel to separate it from here. I'm gonna try and do that real quick. I'll set this down, hopefully you guys can see. Once you get most of them started to come out, you can usually just use your fingers and the rest of them should just pop out. And that's it. And then they'll just grab here in the armrest and lift up. And once you get the door panel undone, these are all the door clips that are holding it in. They just clip right in there. And then once you get the door panel undone, right back here is your door handle release. Just push on this and lift out, and your door handle comes undone. And then right here on the bottom is your electrical plug for all your switches. Just push on this and pull straight out. And your door panel is released. Just set that to the side somewhere where it won't fall, get scratched up or dirty, anything like that. And then to get your speakers out, you've got 4 screws, one here, one right there, and one right there. And then your electrical harness is right here. You just push that tab right here on the bottom of it and pull out. Let me show you again. Just push right here on this one, right here. Just squeeze them together and pull straight out. And then just use your Phillips screwdriver, or if you don't have a screwdriver, you've got a ratchet and a socket set, 1/4 inch socket set. I believe it should be a like 8 or 9 millimeter. Let me check. It's going to be an 8 millimeter. Yep, that's an 8 millimeter bolt there. I like to use my screwdriver, it's just easier. And then a little trick I learned, if you are not aware, you can take your screwdriver and just rub it on the magnet on the speaker here. It makes your screwdriver magnetized. And then when you go to get your screws, they'll stick to your screwdriver and you won't drop them as easily. Pop these screws out. Okay, once you get your screws out, and then you just move the camera here so you can see. Once you get all 4 of those screws out, just pull straight out on your speaker, and it just comes out. And there's 4 holes there. Set my speaker to the side, and then I'm going to take the bracket that came from Crutchfield, and then this just bolts up right where your old speaker went, and use the same factory screws to put that in. Now, with your included wiring harness, it has to go behind the speaker somewhere, and if you look on the side, you'll see right here you've got a little notch. So you want to make sure that's going on the side where your wiring is, so your wiring can go behind that. So this side's going to go down right here, just like that. I'm just going to start these just to hold this bracket up here until I can get the wire behind the adapter bracket. I have not replaced the rear speakers in this car, and as of right now we don't plan on. But as far as I know, it should be the same, if not very similar procedure for the rear. I'm not sure exactly if there's any more screws or not. It should just be one screw down here and the same type of pop rivets to take off the rear panel. And just make sure you get that little ear down inside there where it's supposed to go, so you don't break that off. And on these, we're going to use not the wiring that came with the speakers. And to get these little adapters, you can get them on Amazon. Crutchfield includes these when you purchase speakers from them. And these are the Kenwood 6.5 inch. They are the Exelon KFC X174s. And we're just going to remove the speaker grill bracket and just reuse the ones that are in the door. And these wires that go on, they're one size for each positive and negative. The negative will only go on one side and the positive will only go on this side, and they're both different sizes, so you can't mix them up. You just take this and push them down on there. Be careful when you're doing that, because these are pretty flimsy and you could bend them. I don't think they would break, but I don't want to try. Just push them on down until you get them all the way down like that, and you'll feel it snap in there. Same thing with the negative side. The negative side's a little more flimsy than the other one. Once you get those on there like that, I'm going to come back over here to the door. I apologize, I'm doing this on the iPhone, so trying to keep everything straight here. And then you're going to take your wiring and route it behind your bracket right here. Like that. Run it through. Put your speaker up there. And then I'm just going to put a couple screws in here. I'm going to use the screws that came with the speakers. There's two different sizes. There's some long black ones and then some short silver ones. The only ones you need are the 4 of these black ones right here. And you just rotate your speaker until it lines up with all the holes. And this is where your little electric screwdriver is going to come in handy. You don't want to start all these, or don't want to put them all the way in just yet till you get them all started. Just run them in like that a little bit. You want it to do one opposite down here on the bottom, just to kind of hold it in place. Well, looks like I got that one in the wrong spot. They're not all lining up. Again, that's why you don't want to put it all the way in, just to make sure everything's lining up appropriately. You want to use these. There's several different lines on here. You just want to make sure you get in one where you got holes for all 4 of the holes on your speaker. all started. Go ahead and snug them all up. I'm just going to use my hand screwdriver just to make sure that they're tight. I don't want to over tighten them. And then once you get those in there, go ahead and tighten up your bracket here. Well, looks like I'm going to have to take these loose. I forgot to tighten my bracket up first. You want to make sure your bracket is on there tight. All your other screws will line up where they need to go. Tighten your speaker screws down. Let's see if I can get a better angle on this. Basically, you're just going to do the same to the other two screws there. Make sure everything's tight. And then this wiring harness right here just plugs into your new speaker adapter. Kind of hard to do with just one hand. Again, this has got, I don't know if you can see that, two little ridges right here that match up, so it'll only go in there one way. You just push it till it snaps in there. And then once you tighten your screws up, your speaker will be installed. And then putting the door panel on is just a reverse of what you did to take it off. Don't forget to plug in your switch harness, reconnect your door hinge cable right there. All right. I'm not sure what that little gray thing is for right there, but apparently it doesn't go to anything. I had that question on the other door panel. It was just flopping out there. I'm not sure what it's for, but if anybody has an idea what that's for, you can put it in the comments. I'd sure like to know. Hopefully this helps you. I didn't find anything online of how to get this door panel off. So thank you guys for your time.